by now I've finished woodwork on the cat house. I've caulked the interior. I've laid the thermal insulation and also the interior panels, and I've also stained what I wanted to stain of it. Completed the roof as well, and if you look here, you can see this is the primary wood panel, the one that shows on the inside. Then you have the insulation. This is 2 centimeter extruded polystyrene, which means it's equivalent to about 2 times 4, about 8 centimeters of expanded polystyrene. So it's pretty good insulation actually for the roof, considering there's also 1 centimeter of wood here and about 2 to 3 centimeters of wood on top of it as well. So you've got solid insulation all through. It's the same thing with the walls here. This is 2 centimeters here, and then on the inside you've got 2 or 3 centimeter polystyrene, and then on top of that the 1 centimeter wood panels. So this is a cat house that's going to withstand severe temperatures, which is great. It's also solidly built. At least I think so. So I've stained the exterior as well. I've mounted wheels here. They're locking wheels or casters, and what I can do now is actually, let me see, did I finish staining there? Yeah, I did. Okay, so what I can do is pull it up from here, just lift it up and then carry it. I'm not going to do it now because the roof is still propped up. I'm waiting for the stain to dry. Then I'm going to start putting some wood wax on it. This isn't the final color. The final color is actually going to be a little deeper because the wood wax also has some built-in stain as well. So it's going to be a nice warm brown on the exterior, and on the interior the walls are going to be a deep yellow, sort of towards orange. Not really orange, but sort of like a deep yellow from the stain inside the wood wax. Now I did make the floor brown, same as the exterior, because I figure those cats are going to be walking in from outside with dirty paws, and I didn't want to ruin the color, the deep yellow where the dirt would show a little more. So I chose to do a two-tone finish there. I did leave the roof or the inside, the ceiling of the cat house, same color as the wood panels, lighter, because I wanted it to appear lighter on the inside. There's only this window that lets in light through there, and I didn't want it to be completely dark inside, so that's why I did that. And that's the entrance here. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to have some rubber. I'm going to cut a rubber mat about maybe half a centimeter or a quarter centimeter thick, and I'm going to cut it in a star shape so you can go right through and come right out, and it'll still sort of close. And I'll lay that on top there. So that's what's still left to do. This is, I guess you could call this the a sort of a baffle. This is also going to be done with wood wax, and what this actually is it fits here inside like this in front of the entrance. I'll have to readjust it a bit, but the point of this is so that if a dog were to chase them and they'd go inside their little cat house for refuge, the dog couldn't follow inside, because this would be in front of the entrance, sort of like this, but on the other side. And once the cats go inside, they can slink by the corners on each side, but the dog won't be able to do that, so he can't go in. So this is something extra. It also helps with the wind. If the wind's blowing hard, I don't want it to blow right inside. So that's a little something extra. And it can be taken right off. The holes are in the floor where I mount it, but I can take it right off at any time if I feel it's too much or it's taking up too much space, and I can just caulk those holes and maybe touch it up with a little wood wax, and then not worry about it. So yeah, it's almost done. Here's how the ceiling or the roof works. You see, I've mounted two joint, one there and one here, and the door pivots up and down on them, of course. And this part of it, this panel here in the center, you see, this is made to fit exactly in the space here. Well, not exactly. There's a bit of a play. What the heck is this silly insect? Okay, so there's a bit of a play here, and there's about 1/2 centimeter space on each side for it. And what it does is it sits right on here, and it seals a little better against the elements. And then you've got the other side of the roof here that's going to sit on the outer element here. So I got to hold this thing up with one hand and talk with the other. Hold on, here we go. So this right here is going to sit here, and then this element from the roof is going to sit here. So you've got it closing on two sides, and it should provide enough of a close and enough insulation, considering what I've put here, that it's going to close really nicely. So that's what I'm hoping for anyway. Yeah. So that's the story of the cat house. It's almost done. Oh, yeah. There we go.